Hello, I'm doing a video for my aunt who wants a 20-minute video for her wrist, her neck, upper back, and low back. So here it goes. Just get seated in a nice, comfortable position with your legs crisscross applesauce or one ankle in front of the other. And let your shoulders soften and slide down your back. And just close your eyes and take a few big deep breaths just to get centered here. With each inhale, the crown of the head lifts up just a little bit higher and maybe your chin tucks so that you can make space on the back of your neck. And notice if your collarbones can smile open just a bit more and then soften down. Soften that space in between your eyebrows. Draw your belly in and up and tell the hips to be soft. Let this softness start behind your ears and lingering into the top of your neck. And just gently open your eyes. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up tight to your ears. And in slow motion on the exhale, squeeze them back and then let them draw all the way down. Almost feels like a little massage with your shoulder blades into the upper back. Inhale, squeeze up. Squeeze them back and then slowly let it soften. Do it again. Big deep breath in. Squeeze them back and then soften right where you are. And then interlace your hands. Press the palms forward. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders. And then drop your chin to your chest. Feel the shoulder blades continuing to round here. As you press strongly and firmly through the palms forward, draw your belly in so that the top of the spine can lift up a little more. And reach through the outer edges of your arms as you take long, slow breaths. And then reach your head up. Press your palms up to the sky. Notice your shoulders probably crept up to your ears, so soften the tops of your shoulders. Again, feeling those shoulder blades pull down and up. You might feel a little upper back bend in your back here. Press firmly up to the sky with the palms of your hands. Find a smile on your face and continue to breathe here. Feel and notice this area of the outer arm and your lats be engaged here. Soften your shoulders. Tell the hips not to clench so tightly to your thighs. And continue to breathe. Maybe feel more space on the sides of your neck, between your ears and your shoulders. 2 more big deep breaths. And then one more time, press and reach forward. Your shoulders can pull back. That's not what you want. Press your shoulders forward. Drop your chin to your chest. And really reach and press. Use your fingertips to press into the backs of your hands here as the wrists and palms reach more forward. Notice if your breath gets labored here and try to make sure you keep it even on the inhales and on the exhales. Press and reach forward and separate your shoulder blades. 2 more big deep breaths. On the next big inhale, reach it right back up. Unleash your hands, but with control, draw the elbows down. Press the backs of the hands back. Spread your fingers. Open up across the front of your heart. Squeeze the elbows towards your ribs as you sit up tall and let them reach down towards the floor or the earth. Spread the fingers, reach back. Take 3 more big deep breaths. Filling up your lungs completely, letting go completely. And then press your palms, fingertips, point towards the front of your body. Let your palms press into the ground. Soften in the lips, in the hips. You can round out your spine and soften here, and then start to lift from the floor, and then squeeze the shoulders back. Keep lifting up through your chest and press the shoulder blades into the back of the ribs. Spread open on the front side of your body, and don't let your head and neck go because you have tiny bones that are sensitive. So feel it lifting up, and notice that you can stretch the back of your neck by pulling your chin more towards your chest. Press strongly through your hands, a little micro bend in the elbows. Draw your belly in, make a lot of space on the front side of your body. And then gently bring it right back to the center. Good. Arms out nice and wide. Bring the right arm over the left, and then use your fingertips to walk the elbows closer together. Let the elbows drop towards the ground. You can use your fingertips and grab your own shoulder blades to pull them apart just a bit until the elbows drop down a little bit more. Lift up nice and tall, draw your belly in, and then drop your chin to your chest. Take a few big deep breaths here. You can start to round your back if that's nice, or just feeling it lift there. 2 more breaths. And then open up with the elbows, press them back, reach the hands up, find the open cactus arms again. Good. And then let the left hand come on the side of your hip, in line with your hip. You can walk it out a bit and let the palm press. You can bend the elbow as much as you want. Reach up nice and strong with the right hand. Don't let the shoulder hike up by the ear, but soften it down. Bend the elbow, let the fingertips go behind your head, and then get a little lean. The elbow wants to point up to the sky, and you press the elbow back, and it continues to reach up to the sky. And you can continue walking the left hand out and away. Keep your right hip planted firmly. You can even come down to your forearm if that's nice for you. And this right armpit keeps reaching up and back. You can let your head hang nice and heavy here, so that it's not extra added stress. Keep reaching up. You might feel it turn on a lot in your shoulder. Feel the ribs fan out here on your side body. Soften in the knees and in your breath again. Keep pressing up and back with the elbow. If you want to make it more active, you can squeeze the left shoulder and hip together. Good. On the next big exhale, reach the right hand up to the sky. Keep your head hanging and gently reach the right arm towards the ground. Palm hovers, and you can just close your eyes here. Take big, deep, cleansing breaths. Reach like you're really reaching something that you can't reach, but you're trying so hard to reach with your fingertips. And then notice how it just feels a lot of opening here in the shoulder and in the neck. And I encourage you to sit still with that for just a minute. But if it's too intense, you can turn your nose and chin towards the ground and notice the muscles rotating in your neck. You can say yes and no in this way. And you can also see how it feels to turn your chin and nose up to the sky. You get to control the intensity here. Keep the crown of the head hanging over to the left. And then gently press yourself up. Come back to a seated place. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a few more big deep breaths. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky, soften your shoulders. Exhale, bring the hands back down, press them down in front of you. Lift up your chest and walk your hands down as much or as little as your body wants to, and press into the fingertips so that you can press the tailbone back more. You can use a block here if you can fold forward, or you can just simply keep the arms very active, reaching your fingertips forward, dropping your head, your neck, and your chest. And then gently make your way back up by pressing into the floor, bringing yourself back up. Roll your shoulders up, Pull them back down, let them drag down. Do it one more time, big, deep. Roll here, slide them back and down. You can feel it in your neck a bit too. Open up your arms nice and wide. This time bringing the left arm on top of the right. Use your fingertips to tiptoe and bring the elbows more over. Feel your own shoulder blades like you're giving yourself a nice embrace. Let your shoulder blades pull apart, make space in the upper back, soften the shoulders, let the elbows point down. Draw your belly in, and then drop your chin and take 5 big, deep, beautiful breaths here. Soften in your face. Continue to see what else you can feel on each exhale, and if you can let go of anything extra. And then gently open up nice and wide. Bring the right hand in line with your right hip. You can walk it out, and again bending the elbow, keep the left hip planted down. If you haven't already done so, switch whichever leg was in front. It's probably the place that you're least comfortable with, since that's not where you went first. Reach the left hand up nice and tall, but soften the shoulder, make space with your ear, and just feel that shoulder blade pull down. And then bend the left elbow, fingertips behind your head, and don't stop there. Really press the elbow back, and then bend in the right elbow to reach the elbow up to the sky. Let your head and neck hang heavy here. Keep the left hip planted on the ground, and feel the left ribs fan out to help you breathe a little bit deeper. The left armpit continues to rotate up to the sky, and really, really reach through your elbow. Let the head go. Reach the elbow up and back. Again, controlling how intense it is with how much you straighten the right elbow. Again, if you want to make it super active, you can intentionally squeeze the right shoulder and hip together to work that oblique side. Keep reaching the elbow up and back, letting the head hang. On your next inhale, straighten the arm up to the sky. Press yourself up, keep the head nice and heavy. Bring the left hand down towards the ground, reaching away, just hovering over the ground. And continue to breathe here. Noticing the length between your left ear, trying to make length between the left ear and the fingertips. You're still trying to reach something that's a little out of your reach, but you're almost there. And then maybe nod your chin up and down to control the intensity, or just observe what you feel in your neck. Feel free to linger in any of these places if that's nice for you. Or you can turn your chin and nose towards the ground. Crown of the head stays over to the right. And then maybe reaching it up to the sky. See something that works for you. And then gently press into that right hand, pick yourself back up. Good. For some wrist and finger and hand stretches, we're going to do each individual finger. You can do this at your desk and throughout the day, or if you're stuck in traffic. Starting with your right hand, let the fingers pull out and down. Have a little soft bend in the elbow, and grab your whole entire pinky. Let the thumb sit right behind the knuckle. And then just gently pull it back and press your wrist forward with a little soft bend in your elbow. Take big deep breaths, tell the hips to sink down a little bit more, and then go ahead and take it to the ring finger. The thumb is there to support behind the knuckle. Press it forward and spread your finger out. Reach the thumb and the pinky finger further away, like you're maximizing the surface area on your palm. Switch to the middle finger here and pull it back. And the same thing for your index finger. Just pull it back, spreading wide throughout the surface area of your hand. And then for your thumb, you put the thumb there and then just pull it back towards your wrists. Good. Soften your shoulders. And then just make a really tight fist, and then point it down, and maybe make like a sock like you're doing a puppet show, rotating the fist back and forth so that you can feel these muscles in your forearm moving around, and then maybe make big circles with that tight fist. You can straighten the arm and continue to pull the fingertips towards the side. It just changes up the feeling there for you. Explore it all. Softening your shoulders again. Reach the left hand forward, grabbing the thumb right behind the pinky finger. A little soft bend in the left elbow. Pull the pinky back, press your palm forward. Spread out the hand between the ring finger and the thumb especially. Switch it up, going to the ring finger. Pull it back even more, spread out between the thumb and the pinky. Go ahead and switch it up to the middle finger. Spread out the thumb and the pinky in the surface area of your palm. And the ring finger. Pull it back. So here is not getting it. Spread out nice and wide. And then your thumb rested in there. Pull it back. And then reach the pinky finger away again. And then slowly release. Make a really tight fist. Point your fingers or knuckles down to the ground and the wrist reaches up to the sky. And again, making this turning motion. You can pause at any moment if you just feel like you need to linger there a little bit longer. You can do big, huge circles or like a figure 8 here with a tight fist. The tighter your fist, the more intense, so you get to control the intensity. And then really straightening out your arm, tight clenched fist with the fingers pulling up towards the arm. And then vigorously shake your hands to loosen up the fascia. And then we're going to put our hands on the ground, rotate the thumbs until they turn out and the pinkies are paired together. Spread your hands nice and wide with a little bent fingers. Put your fingertips in the ground, just the fingertips. And the palm of the hand doesn't touch the ground just yet, but spread the thumb open and really press into those fingertips as they're softly bent. A few more big deep breaths. And then gently go ahead and let the top of the palm press down to the ground. Press your wrists more and more forward. Again, you control the intensity here. And then if you want to slide the fingers back more and then plant your whole entire wrist. Don't lock your elbows out. Good. 2 more big deep breaths. Make a fist, tight fist. Turn the backs of the hands so that they mirror here. Press the back of your hands into the ground of the floor. And then try to straighten your arms up. You can do this on your knees if you are tired of sitting like this. But the tighter you clench your fist, the more intense it's going to be. So again, you get to control the intensity. Maybe you shimmy side to side. Good. And then just do some figure 8 wrist circles here, seeing what works for you. Good. So, moving on to our low back area, I like to work out the hamstrings for the low back area because they're attached to your glutes and your low back. So when your hamstrings are super tight from sitting, then everything just clenches and one thing leads to the next. So we're going to start with our right foot. So bring the right sole of your foot to the inner left thigh and pull the left toes in towards your knee. Press away with the heel. Sit up nice and tall. Soften in your shoulders. Let the right knee open out a bit. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Again, softening your shoulders and turning your heart to face over your knee. Hinge with a long, flat, straight back. And then grabbing the sole of your foot, if that's nice for you, keep reaching your heart more forward. You can, if you have your sole of your foot, then bend your elbows to pull towards your hips and breathe and reach. If you need a a better option, or if this is too easy, then you can grab your left wrist with your right hand, soften the shoulders, and then maybe start to melt your forehead down to the ground. Breathe really big into the back of the left leg, and especially soften on the lower right back in your kidney area. If this isn't working for you and you want an easier option, just use a strap. It helps you find more length in your chest. It helps pull the diaphragm away from your hips, and you can still bend your elbows and reach your heart forward and breathe deeper into the low right back area. And then gently just start to make your way back up. Bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, and we are going to pull those right toes in towards the right knee and the left toes in, so the feet are flexed and pulled in. And then just start to hinge the knee in. You can use your hands back here, you can soften, but it's best if you just lift up and open your heart while you have the support. You can soften here and maybe just shimmy it side to side. Breathe into the inner right hip fascia. Or you can just pause here. Just breathe. And then you just slowly come down. Place the right foot on the ground. The right hand right behind your hip. Sit up tall. You can grab your elbow and just start to pull the right shoulder back. You inhale and sit up a little bit taller. Keep the left toes pulled in. As you exhale, maybe you twist a little bit more. If this is nice for you, then maybe you hug the knee in and continue to sit up a little taller. Or maybe you hook the elbow and turn a little deeper. Lots of options. Unhook it, shake it out, and move over to the other sides where the left sole of the foot comes to the upper inner right thigh. The knee relaxes down to the ground, and the right toes pull in so that you're pushing away with the heel, and the knee and toe point in the same direction, straight up to the sky. Inhale, reach your hands up, soften in your shoulders, turn your heart over your right knee. Exhale, hinge forward with that long flat back. If you have your foot, great. You can bend your elbows back to keep reaching your heart more forward so that it makes a lot of space in the belly and the back. Breathing into this low left area of your back here. Breathe and reach. Again, if you want more, the left hand can grab the right wrist, and you soften your shoulders and your face and your breath, and you can continue until you might touch your forehead to your toes, or you can just go ahead and melt and breathe whatever's nice for you. You can always linger in anything as much or as little as you want, because every day is going to be different, and the right and the left side is going to be different. Again, you can use your strap and lift up nice and tall so that you can make that extra space in your belly. Straps are always good. It doesn't mean that your practice is any better or worse. It just means that it helps you out so that you can practice, and each day is different. Slowly start to make your way up, and lift up the knee. Place the ankle on the foot, and again, the left toes don't relax. They pull in towards the knee. The knee softens down and the right toes pull in. Reach your hands back and puff out your chest, so lift up from the belly, and then draw the right heel in as much or as little as your body wants. Again, keeping those left toes flexed. Keep lifting up your heart and softening your face. Maybe you rock it side to side. And if that is not okay for you, you can just grab your foot in your knee and gently rock it side to side here, or pull it closer to your chest, something that's good for you. So let the left toes come to the ground here. Pull the right toes back again. Place the hand on the knee, the right hand. Left hand right behind your hip, and sit up nice and tall. Soften your shoulders. Pull that left shoulder back. And inhale, sit up a little taller. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Again, you can completely hug your knee. I sometimes like to put my elbow where my knee is and place my hand towards my hips so that it gives me more space in the upper back. Give it a little bit bigger of a twist whenever you're ready. And then sit up tall. Use the left hand for support to press into the ground. Gaze forward, release. Some other things I like to do with my strap to work on my hamstrings, which of course lead to the upper back. I like to lay on my back and place the strap around the ball of my foot. And you can leave the right knee bent and the sole of the foot close to your bottom, but use a strap and just see what works for you. I've already practiced today, so I'm pretty loose. Anyway, you can just breathe here and hold here. If you want to extend the right foot out long, you can do that. Just pull the toes in towards the knee so that the knee is protected. So I like to breathe here for about 5 minutes and just softening and breathing into the back of the left leg. And then I put my hand in the hip crease and then gently bring the inside sole of the foot, of the left foot, over to the right. And you'll get into the IT band just a little bit more. And then from here, I like to just switch hands, open it out to the side, and the right hand opens out wide. If you want more here, you can reach the right hand up over the strap so that you're getting a long stretch on the right side of your body too. And then you can also do happy baby here, where the knee goes outside of the elbow and you just pull the strap down, keeping those right toes pulled in. You can do pigeon pose here also if you're just wanting to pull the shin in close to loosen up your hip a bit. And then always return back to the sole of the foot, up to the sky. And then release your strap, hug the left knee in towards the left armpit, squeeze it in. And then the right hand grabs the left knee, open the left hand out and take the knee. Maybe you shimmy your hips over, take the knee all the way over. Your left shoulder may or may not be on the ground. Just soften and be heavy with your body and just relax here in this twist. I would spend about 8 breaths here in the twist. Bring it right back to the center. Hug it in. And then release. Bring both heels in close by your bottom. Let your hands go on the ground by your heels or reaching towards your heels. And try to hug the shoulders in up underneath towards your heels to open up your chest a little bit and give it a lift. Press into the heels and lift up your heart. Try not to let the legs splay open, but keep them straight ahead in the same direction as the big toe. Soften in your glutes as much as you can, and then press through your heels, lifting up your hips. You can interlace your hands here and slide your shoulders down more if that's nice for you. And soften your glutes. Slowly come down and grab your strap. Hook it around the right foot this time. Again, just breathing here. I would hold this about 5 minutes. Your hamstring is a huge, huge muscle that gets super long. Again, you can reach the left heel long as you keep the toes pulled in. And you can just see with how intense you need this to be. Using your elbows and biceps to pull the toes in closer. And just breathe and imagining the back of your hamstring just softening up a little bit each time you exhale. Again, just make like a 45-degree, put the right hand into the right hip. Make like a 45-degree shift of the foot going over to the left. And breathe into that space. It may be a bit intense. And then maybe finding your happy baby here with the knee on the outside. Or you can completely grab your heel, pull it down, press the foot into the hand and the hand back into the foot, pull the knee down towards the ground, foot stays pointing up to the sky. And then maybe you can use your strap here to go into pigeon. You can lightly press the right hand into the right knee and pull the shin in, or you can grab them both with your hand, maybe find a little bit of movement there. And if you want to take it out long, you can just open the leg out wide. It doesn't have to come up high. Just open it out wide. And again, if you want to feel more length on the left side, you can reach the left hand up, hinge over, and just breathe here into this place. Bring it right back through the center. Press the foot up to the sky. Notice any changes from when you started on the right or the left side of your body. And let the breath continue to flow in and out, full and steady and even. Release your strap. Hug the right knee into your chest or the right armpit. Squeeze and hug it in. And then the left hand grabs the right knee. Open the right hand out and take the knee all the way over to the side. Again, your knee and armpit probably both won't be on the floor at the same time. The more you breathe, the bigger you breathe, the more you soften. So just focus on those breaths. And then gently bring it right back to the side, or in the center, hug it back in. Maybe you hug both knees in. And then just stretch out, breathe a bit. And then slowly just roll yourself back up whenever you're done. Take your time through all of it. I hope when you breathe you can soften and maybe set good intentions for your day. So, I love you. Namaste.